Alright. Starting a few minutes early. My bad. But I've been sitting outside for a minute and it's getting colder and colder.
You're good.
Good? Cool. Our stream seems to be working on X and YouTube. Looks like we're good. Good. Sweet, sweet. Alright, let me send this out in the Discord. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's cold as tits here. It's not too cold. It's gonna drop down to like 41 degrees tonight, so I'm sitting outside in a hoodie by a fire.
We ain't used to the cold.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't used to the cold.
Right. I know I started early again. My bad. But imp is short. They're shortened futures. I just checked Robinhood overnight, and a lot of things are actually looking pretty good. Swung AMD calls, so AMD is looking good overnight. So, oh, what's up? What's up? Good evening, Cheat Codes. Cheat Codes is always here. Always here on the stream. Let's go. Rick James, dude. What's up? Washington State. Oh yeah, I bet it's a lot colder there. If everybody could please like and retweet the stream. Thank you, Kane. Thank you, Silent. Thank you, Liv. I swear, y'all three are like always the same ones. Always like first freaking on it for my live or like any of my like bigger posts. Like every time I'm looking at it after I send it, the first likes and the first retweets on it, I swear, always you three. You guys are awesome. So on about 6 minutes early here. So my bad. What's up, Mark? What's up? Can I type in the chat too? Let's see. You're can I put emojis? Let's see. Oh, look! They put it on there. I said good evening, everyone, with the two little beer little emoji things. Nice. I could like leave that there the whole time. What's up, Log Trades? What's up, Jamie? What's up? Easy money. Ready for this week? Hell yeah. Thank you, Liv. Share and subscribe to the Casey Trade YouTube channel. Liv, you're the best. Appreciate you. Testing this comment is visible. It is indeed visible. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm jumping on here early. Not gonna be on here too long. So just once again, if everyone could please just like and retweet the stream here on X. It is recorded, that way the ones that miss it, they can still find it somewhere, at least on somebody's profile if they follow one of you guys. So if everyone could please like and retweet. 44 subs away from 1K. Oh, so close. Guys. Okay. Thank you, Liv. Liv says, according to my YouTube channel stats, I'm 44 subs away from hitting 1,000. So, Liv put this here in the comments. I just put it here on the screen. If you go to YouTube and just type in my name, my @ handle on every social media, it's always @KCTrades777 on YouTube. Pull up my channel and subscribe to my channel. A lot of the content that I put on X, I do put on YouTube as well. There's a few other videos that are just on YouTube and they're not on my X because they're longer educational videos, and I have some older ones on there too about like some of my full trade setups are still somewhere down the line on those videos, so you can always watch those and check them out. But yeah, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Liv says we're 44 away from 1K, so let's try to get that done. Oh, your sub, let's go. Thank you. Appreciate you. So obviously same three every night. Spy, QQQ, IWM, and then I will go over a few others after that. Let me see. Oh, yep, I am 44 away. Alright, let's jump into this. So I am teaching tomorrow in the X Mastermind class. So if you purchased the X Mastermind class, I will be teaching there tomorrow after hours. So I'm going to be going over my trade setups, and honestly the biggest thing for me is going to be talking about supply, demand, support, resistance, and using that kind of technical analysis to do my charting and how I take my trades on every name on every time frame. And then going over a lot of other things as well, just maybe showing my full trade setups over there. So it's going to be fun. So I'm excited to teach tomorrow. So hopefully some of you guys are in the X Mastermind course. What's the high of this daily? 582.7. What's the low? 582.16. Got the high right there too. 582.83, and that one's 7.1. That's very close. Probably do 8. Spy almost filled the gap. Almost. Very close. It still needs to fill this gap. So there's still a gap downside that it needs to fill. So if Spy holds here and bounces back up, it's got to come back down by Thursday because it's gap fill Thursday. So that'll be interesting. It's the high of this candle here. 0.2 is off by a penny, so that's looking good. No? Damn! I thought that was coming from you. That's so loud, so close. 4 hours looking like a reversal here on Spy. Had a nice rally at the end of the day. I was in calls there off the bottom on SPX, AMD, NVDA, and Amazon. I'm still in. Look at this beautiful Morningstar reversal right there. Nice Morningstar reversal right off it and putting in a higher low. And then the KC Algo went long after this huge breakout right here, the retest, and then this candle right here. KC Algo ended up going long, and I took SPX calls back up to here. So still need to fill this gap, fill down to like 583.3 underneath 582.8. Then I'll look to see if it's going to get continuation downside once it fills underneath that gap, and then it does the SR flip down here. Look to go long until that. These gaps, they tend to act as areas of support and resistance too. So if it does come down and it completely fills that gap, once that gap is filled, kind of expect some buyers to step in and pop it back up. So SPY's been in a huge downtrend. I say huge downtrend, I mean it's been ripping, so we need a little bit of a pullback before we can go higher, right? This will probably be like my middle zone area. It's like my equilibrium, I guess, kind of area. So resistance above at 587.2 to 587.50. Once it gets a nice break and hold above that, then take it higher. But obviously, testing it initially, I will look to go short and then take it to back down to these levels here. So not just going to chase longs. Obviously, when it gets up to that area, risk to reward says to try the short first, because that is an area of resistance. Support is 583.3. When that gap is filled down to 582.8, so about a 50-cent zone there and about a 30-cent zone right up here up top. So that's what I'll be watching on SPY. Someone said PLTR. PLTR is just making new all-time high after all-time high. It's got a lot of bullish flow on $68 and $70 calls that came in on Friday. So it's just ripping. I'm looking to sell a put credit spread this week on it. Probably like a 62.60 maybe put credit spread for Friday. That is on my watch list. So we shall see. Is there a trend line somewhere around here? Kind of right there. Yeah, those two kind of line up together. So you got this spot here. Is at 493 up to 494.50. Yeah. Big support zone here. And then you got, I would probably, well, I mean, you got 500 psych level, obviously, like right above. So, I mean, kind of just got to leave it at that, I'd imagine. You got this high right here. It's around 498.73. I would probably just leave the 500. That's honestly, you're gonna you have a lot of chop around this area right here, and you got that high. Right there. Yeah, to right there. And then drop it down to the 15. There we go. Almost perfectly. So kind of same, very kind of same thing with SPY. So you got big support right down here. You got a daily trend line in the area of support around 493. And then you got the chop no trade zone right here between 495.50 and 497.30. And then the resistance up here, 499.6 to 500.3, which smack dab in the middle, that's 500. So you got 30 cents, kind of like wide on top and bottom there. So just around 500. Obviously, it's not going to be to the penny. So breaking the hold above 500.3, essentially just reclaiming 500 cycle level on QQQ. I like that for longs. Daily trend line tap down here around this 493.10. I'll look to go long down there. Risk to reward will be very nice. And if it breaks and holds underneath 493, then I'll look to go short. So that's what I'll be watching on Qs. iDubbbz. iDubbbz is easy. So IWM, look at all these freaking levels down here. Jesus. IWM has a huge gap to fill to the downside. If it loses like 228, it has a gap to fill all the way down to like 224. So there's a huge gap to fill here on IWM if it wants to go. So it would have to get underneath 227.8, that previous low. Take that to go short all the way down. Honestly, just probably dollar cycle level 227, 226, 225, and then complete the gap fill down here at 224. Breaks and holds above 230, then ends up going higher at 231.25, 232.25, so on and so forth there. So there's a gap fill all the way down here. So for IWM, it's 230 or 227.8. So first up is going to be two charts that I've already talked about in NVDA. So NVIDIA has a nice 4-hour green hammer candle right here. So obviously you can see this nice trend line here. Go to the daily, and that daily candle lines up and held with the 21 EMA to keep kind of NVIDIA in this uptrend of higher highs and higher lows. So I took calls off the 140 psych level on Friday, going into the close. Sniped a pretty good entry there on some December calls, so hopefully get some continuation up to 144, 145. After that is going to be 148, 150, and then just new all-time highs after that. So if it breaks underneath 140 here, then underneath that trend line, underneath the daily 21 EMA, yeah, I mean, then I'm looking to go short on NVIDIA. If it can probably break in, if you're not already in NVIDIA calls, honestly, the 144 to 145 area is going to be big, so I'm going to be looking to take in some trims on my calls up there. But if it continues to break and hold above 144, 145, then I think that looks like a bullish sign to take it up to those next levels of 148, 150. So make sure you keep that on watch. But I am in NVIDIA calls here off the 140 cycle level as long as that holds. So I'm in 160s for December. I think they're up like 15% at the close. Something like that. 160s for December 6th and December 20th. I'm in both of those. So in the 160s for December 6th, like 250. They're at like 280 something right now. So up a little bit on those. If you're in Premium Discord, you already have these charts. Sent these ones out earlier for you. So I am also in Amazon calls off of this 200 psych level. Same thing with NVDA. Daily 21 EMA lined up at a psych level. For NVIDIA it was 140, and Amazon it was 200. So I am in Amazon calls. I'm pulling my brokerage account. I am in the Amazon 210s for November 22nd with an average of $70, and got a nice move on those contracts into the close. They popped up almost to about $1. They were up like 36.5%, and then they closed at 91. So I'm up 30% right now on that position. So looking for it to come back up to 205, 206 area. I'm going to take some profits there. And then above 207.50 is a gap fill up to 210, 211 area. So I'm going to expect a double top kind of rejection. So Friday's high is around 207.34. So I would expect the gap fill to act as an area of resistance. Sellers to come in, push that price action down. Again, just double top rejection. Risk to reward to go short there is honestly not a bad idea. So I'll be long at that time. I'm going to be taking profits up there. So when I'm taking profit and I'm taking money out of my call position, it could be a potential opportunity for those shorts to come in, push to roll through and push it back down a little bit. By that time, it's going to be above the daily 9 EMA. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that when it does the back test around 205, 206, that's probably where the daily 9 EMA is going to probably be around. So I don't think the 21 will be up there just yet. So, and then I would expect it to hold and reclaim that daily 9 EMA, and then once it tests it for the third time, hopefully break above it and then fill this gap. So up to 210, 211. So currently in those Amazon calls there for a swing. After that is SQ. SQ is very coiled here on the weekly and the monthly. I mean, looks like multiple inverse head and shoulders and cup and handles that have tried to break out and it can't freaking do it. So you got this area of resistance around this $90 cycle level. So if it can break and hold above 90 bucks, I think it's looking very good. So on Wednesday it hit 90, put in a shooting star, back tested near the daily 9 EMA, and now what I'm looking for it to do is set up a potential bull flag here. So I would like to see that little downtrend right here, just get this bull flag, break it back above. Might hit 90 again, do the double top, back test the bull flag here, and probably this previous day's high, which is around $86, and then rip after that time. So let me mark, it's around right here. So that's what I'm watching for SQ. I am in 130 calls for March 2025 on SQ. After that, I am looking at Roblox. Roblox has a gap to fill underneath about $48 all the way down to $43.50. So it just lost its daily 9 EMA. I'm expecting this $50 area right here. The 21 EMA is probably going to line up around this on Monday. Once the market opens, we'll see. But I want it to do the SR flip and then come down to this gap and then potentially be in a longer term or longer expiration on some puts here and get the gap fill all the way down if it wants to do it. So looking for potential weakness here. If it bounces, and I'm just finding a bearish case right now, but if it bounces at 50, if it comes back up here near this 52.5, I would then short again around right there, because that's going to set up a head and shoulders. Got the left shoulder here, you got the top. So it did come all the way down right here, but if it bounces back up, I would look for a potential right shoulder. So kind of now perfect it to kind of make it look a little bit better, but on the daily it looks a little bit cleaner. So got that little left shoulder right here, got the head right here. If it bounces, look to make the right shoulder on the daily, and then take it back down. But ultimately it looks weak. So if you go to the weekly as well, there is a weekly shooting star candle right there. So not expecting, I mean, I would expect some buyers to step in around $50 cycle level, but hoping it just kind of hits that area, consolidates, no buyers step in, and then breaks down, and then goes and fill this gap downside. So a lot of room potentially downside here on Roblox if it has relative weakness this week. So looking to take puts and looking to also take a call credit spread. After that, I'm looking at cruise lines. So you have a lot of top wicks up here on the daily chart for CCL around this $25 area. If it breaks above $25, then yeah, I mean, it's just going to continue to rip. But looking for a break underneath the daily 9 here, come back down to 2350. Underneath 2350, there is a gap to fill to the downside all the way to about 2270. So looking for 2350 to fail on CCL and to have continuation after that weekly. Where the hell did it go? Oh, now it's gone. Well, whatever. Oh, it's on NCLH. Never mind. I'm on CCL. So looking for daily 9, because it's currently at 2431. Where does Robinhood have it at right now? Does it trade CCL after hours? Anyone know? Oh yeah, overnight it's at 2413. So it's just above the daily 9 still. So needs to fail the daily 9 EMA. Might take an early entry on puts, take it down to 2350. Scale out and then maybe out like half position and then scale out the rest of the half as it goes down here to fill this gap all the way to 22.68. Let me see if I've already sent that in the Discord. Yeah, you guys already have that. What's up, Keith? Keith is the man. Here we go. So NCLH has a pretty big red candle up here on the weekly. It is very overextended from its weekly 9 EMA. So seeing a potential, bearish setup on CCL and having that gap fill below, if it wants to have that relative weakness and fill that gap, then it can have NCLH give a sympathy kind of play, pull back all the way back down here to its daily 9 EMA, which is going to line up around that previous high, which is 23.8. So go to the daily here. It's already starting to pull back and it's underneath the daily 9. Printed like a perfect freaking little doji candle here. If it reclaims back above, 27 bucks, then I'd be like, okay, might not be the time for it. But if it does pop back up and it rejects between 27 and 26.75, I'm going to look to go short, and it has a daily gap that it needs to complete underneath that low of 26.2 down to 25.94. So there is a gap to fill right down here. So if it continues to sell off underneath that previous day low, then I'll just go ahead and look to go short and to take it down to 25.94 to fill that gap. If it pops up first, I'll look to get puts on the rejection of the 26.75 to $27 area, put in a lower high, and then come back down, and then take it back down probably to this previous day's low, be exiting out of some puts, and then hold the rest to go for the gap fill downside. So two ways to go short there. The only way I go long is when it does a break and hold above that 27 area, and then take it back up higher to the $28 area. So that's my bearish and bullish thesis potentially on NCLH, but obviously looking more for the downside, because CCL is looking like a little bit of a bearish case right now, and they both have gap fills on the daily, so they can act as a magnet to pull it back down. Let's pull up AM Dizzle real quick, because she's been beaten up. So AM Dizzle has a gap to fill as well. So she's been getting beaten up. Big support down here on the weekly. This is the reason why I entered into calls. So far, got a nice evening star potentially setting up. So big body red candle, doji. Want to see where is AMD after hours right now. I would want AMD to be up as close to 137 as possible. Let's go check. AMD's at 137.50. Look at that. AMD is right there. So that works out perfectly for me. So I'm in calls on AMD. Let me actually go pull up my position on AMD. I'm in AMD 150 calls for December 6th and December 20th. So just like NVIDIA, I'm in 160 calls for December 6th and 20th. I'm in AMD 150 calls December 6th and December 20th. Those closed right around break even. One of them's down 2.1%, the other one's at entry. So those are sitting around $1 and $2. December 6th are at $1. The December 20th are around $2. So as of right now, according to Robinhood overnight, AMD is now up here, which is fantastic. So since I'm already in calls, that's good for me. If you're not in calls, then essentially you want to see it do the break and kind of hold, take it higher. So one of two things, you want to look to get long here, or if it continues to just rip higher around 138.6, take it up to 140, 141 area. But the SR flip of 137.50 is going to be the best bet. So the fact that it's at 137.50 right now is fantastic. Might act as resistance in the after hours. Hopefully just tomorrow it is breaking and holding above that. So I think that was it. SPY, QQQ, IWM, Square, NVIDIA, and Amazon, and then extras, Roblox, CCL, NCLH. I covered a lot. So someone said HIMS. I am long HIMS here. Go to HIMS, go to the daily chart here. You got this 19.25 kind of area, give or take a few cents above and below, that gets big reactions every time this area is tested, right? Every time this area is tested, it gets pretty good reactions off it. It seems to be a pattern. We are just hitting it again. So, I personally am long HIMS right now. I am in January calls. I am also in a put credit spread for this Friday. I sold the, let me pull up my margin account. I sold the 17.5s at 60, and I bought the 16s at 30. So I collected $30 for the premium, and I did 20 contracts. So looking to make $600 by Friday on this put credit spread. So someone said, "Ooh, it looks good after hours on Robinhood." What's it at? Is it above 20? If it's above 20, that's good. It is. It's right above 20. It hit 20.25. It's at 20.15 right now. So that's good. Gosh dang it, opened up Weevil again. So it is currently back above the 20. It's right around, it hit here. And it's sitting, I mean, there's 20. So that's perfect. You want it to break and hold above that, take it up higher. So go to 22 next, right? You got a big spot up here. After 22, take it up higher, 23.50. After that, probably 25 bucks. So yeah, it gets big reactions every time this area is tested. So I like it. Go over here to the daily. I believe there's a trend line on here, is right here. So it's just below the trend line on the daily. So kind of how these daily candles have these lower wicks on them. Hopefully on the next daily candle here they buy it back up, reclaim this trend line, and go higher. So looking for this area to hold on HIMS. I like it. Alright, last but not least, just for Keith, because he's on my team, is MO. So this thing just broke out of a daily bull flag, it looks like. Right up here, beautiful daily bull flag. Huge green candle. Got your area of consolidation right here. And then gets a nice break and then retest, break and hold of the bull flag, and it's going higher. So that looks good. Zoom out because we got to figure out where this resistance is at. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we got some resistance up here. What we got? Around 57 to 58. And then you got big support right down here. So now let's drop it down to 15 real quick. So underneath 52.5, which it's a long way away from. I'm actually going to put on the hourly. Hourly put in a beautiful shooting star there for a short. Look at that. That was a perfect short. Just at least back down to the EMAs. So as of right now, you can look at the trend. It's very clear. It's higher highs and higher lows. Right? Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, so on and so forth, right? So it's just climbing higher. So I mean, honestly, you got a level here. You got a spot here. If it fails 54.70 area, I would say it's probably done and over, because by that point, the higher high, higher low, when it comes back down here, even on the pop back up, it would be a lower high, which means that initial trend is over, and now this new downtrend is kind of in. So, but 57, 58 bucks seems to be the biggie here on the weekly. So, go to a monthly chart. So monthly chart looks very strong. Again, just has that resistance up here at 57, 58 bucks. So if you're long, then it looks good for it to have a little bit of extra continuation to 57, 58. If it breaks and holds above that, that's a good target right there. Whoopsies. Number C, it's around 60.75. That can be a good spot. So a back test of around 55 bucks can be good to go long. Underneath 54.79, I would say is probably going to be invalidated by that point. So, but overall, this stock is looking pretty strong here. So that's it for me, guys. On the Discord, you guys have most of these charts. I'm going to go ahead and post a SPY, QQ, and IWM here in just a second. And that's it. So appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. Please like and retweet the stream. The ones that couldn't attend it live, if they can find it somewhere on anybody's profile, they can always watch it. Showing green menthol candle, yeah. And maybe they can find it later on. So 1,200 people in here. Appreciate you guys. Like Liv said, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get over 1,000. So we're long a lot of positions. HIMS, NVDA, Amazon, AMD. I got a good week ahead, looking to do a lot of credit spreads this week. Like on Roblox, for example, looking to do that call credit spread there. Looking at Costco as well this week. If you're in the premium Discord, you guys should know that. I believe I sent something about that prior. Did I already send the chart for that? I'm not sure if I sent the chart for Costco just yet for what I'm looking at in the Discord. There's NVIDIA, there's Roblox, not yet, so I'll make sure to go post that later on. I believe I sent it in the alert bot earlier today though. So got a lot of good setups that I am looking at for this week. So lots of credit spreads, lots of call swings, looking to take some puts as well on some of these names, going to make money both ways. And hopefully have a great week of trading live in the Discord with you guys. So yeah, absolutely, you're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome. What's up, Techwood? Appreciate you. So, of course, Liv. Of course, I appreciate you taking the time on the Sunday nights to come hang out and tune in. Hopefully the technical analysis helps. Trade ideas help. Keith, I love you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Premium Discord had a really, really good week last week, so looking to have another amazing week this week as well. Looking to start the small account challenge as well. The 5K account, looking to take that to 10, hopefully by the end of December. That'll be the goal. So going to do that just like I normally do, you know, doing this in the premium Discord, just live streaming and live trading and sending out all my stuff in the alert bot. So I'm going to do that with the 5K account and then see how that goes and then post the progress just like I do for the credit spread account right now. Everyone has seen my margin account that I post for Weeble for all the credit spreads that I take. So I'll do the exact same thing for all those trades that I alert in premium that I take. I'll do the same thing for the small account challenge to share the progress with everyone else that's outside of the Discord. So appreciate you, Jewel. So, alright guys, that's it for me. Love and appreciate you guys. And for the team, I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning on live in the Discord.